Hi, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this video is about Python variables. We talked about Python variables before, but a little bit, and in this video we will go into details and dig a little bit more deeper. So variables, what are variables? These are like there in almost all programming languages, and what they do, they are like containers for storing data values. So in different programming languages there are different ways to create them, but how do we create them in Python? So let's look at it. The strange thing is Python has no command for declaring a variable. That's very interesting. A variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it. Yeah. So if you don't assign a value to any variable, it's not created. Let's look at this example. See here, we define x is equal to 5 and y is equal to John, and then we are printing these two variables. Let me change there. John. Okay, maybe John. Two things. So if I run this code, my output is 55 and John. So what happened when I assigned this 55 integer or numbers to this x, then it's created. When I assign this string to y, it is created. Before this not created. So, and also you can see here I'm not like telling what type of data is going to be stored in it. Simply I have assigned 55 to x and John to y. So that's something interesting in Python. This is how simple it is to define variable. Yeah. Okay, so next is variables do not need to be declared with any particular type and can even change type after they have been set or initialized. For example, in this code you can see initially we have x is equal to 4. So you are assigning a number to x, right? Your x variable, and in next line you are assigning this Sally to x. You're changing. So first is number and second one is text. So in one line you have changed the type of your variable from, you can say, the numbers to string or text. Yeah. So this is how you can change the type of variables even you have initialize them. Okay, so let's see further details about variables. Now we look at casting. What is casting? If you want to specify the data type of a variable, this can be done with casting. So before we have seen that when we assign a number or a text to a variable, we don't have to specify particular type, but if we want to specify this, still we can do that, and that is done with casting. So casting we will see more in upcoming videos, but for now what you need to know is that before we assign a number, for example, if we look at the first line of code here, we have x is equal to str3. It means we are telling the system, or in this line of code, that 3 should be stored as a string in x, not as a number, and an integer. Here we are saying 3 should be stored as an integer, and third one we are saying x should be stored as a float. Yeah. So when we are printing these three variables, we are getting 333.0. So this 3.0 is because we have casting a float. We are telling here that z should store 3 as a float number. Okay, and next, okay, that's right. Let's move forward here. So you know, casting, you should understand that you are defining a type of variable with the help of some additional information, like you are mentioning string, and then you give the value in this braces, in these braces. So next we are going to have a look at one function, which this function is type function, and it is used to know what is the type of variable. So here, see here, we have two variables, x and y, and 5 is equal to x and y is equal to John. So when I'm printing x and I'm trying to know its type is int, and the other one is string. Yeah, so this the things. And before, we have seen in casting we can define type. I remember, I think it's str. Yeah, str. So now I'm going to change 5 to string. So let's see if it changes or not. So it will be verification of casting as well. So our code is running. Oh yeah, now you see first is string and second is also string now, right? But value stored is 5 as string. Yeah, so this is about casting. Get the type we have known. Now we have to look at single or double quotes. So in Python we can store values in variable like text as a string, either with the double quotes or single quotes. Both are the same. Yeah, so first we stored John in x and we have printed, and then we stored John with single quote in the same variable. When printed, the output is same. So we can define string variables with single quotes or double quotes and the meaning remains same. Yeah, okay, so next concept is case sensitivity. So variable names are case sensitive. Here we have two variables. First variable is a and second variables a again, but with capital letter. Okay, and this I changed to maybe 5. So when I print them, these will be two different variables. See here. So that's my output. First is 5 and second a, small a is 5 and capital A is John. So these are considered to be two different variables. So the variable names are case sensitive in Python. So here I will wrap up my video. In this video we have learned different concepts about defining variables in Python. It's either what is case sensitivity, defining string variables with single quote or double quote, getting to know the type of the variables with type function, and casting, by where we control the type of data to be stored in string and type of the to be stored in the variable and type of variable. Next before that we have seen how to define variable, and the most interesting thing we learned is Python doesn't have any command for declaring a variable. Good. That's so funny. Okay, so please share this video with your friends and colleagues or whoever wants to learn Python, and I will be back with my another video on Python very soon. So by that time, take care, bye bye, and Allah Hafiz. And if you have any comments, if you want to know anything about Python, you can ask in the comment section. I'll be very happy to answer. Thank you. Bye bye.